Jannik Sinner will have to wait to complete his passage to the Italian Open final after his gripping last four clash with Daniil Medvedev was interrupted by rain on Friday. Jannik Sinner will have to wait to complete his passage to the Italian Open final after his gripping last four clash with Daniil Medvedev was interrupted by rain on Friday. Hunting a 33rd straight win in the ATP's top-ranked tournaments, Sinner was leading 6-2, 5-7, 4-2 when organizers called a halt to play following the second downpour of the day. Not long after 11 p.m. local time, 21 GMT, over an hour after play was initially stopped, it was decided that the match would restart at 3 p.m. on Saturday. 13 GMT, 2 hours before the scheduled start of the women's final between Coco Gauff and Elina Svitolina. The rain came just as Sinner looked to have broken the back of battling Medvedev, who had given the Italian by far his toughest test of the tournament. Medvedev looked like being blown away when Sinner rattled off the first four games before taking the first set in just 33 minutes. But any idea that another massacre was on the cards went away when Medvedev won the first three games of the second set and began to get his racket to nearly everything Sinner, who began to show serious signs of tiredness, threw at him. Sinner drew level in the set but repeatedly had to lean on his racket between points and after winning Game 6 was visibly out of breath in his seat, looking out on his feet as he conceded the second set. But Medvedev started to make mistakes of his own, hitting two consecutive double faults in giving up his serve in Game 3 of the third set, as Sinner took control before the rain stopped play. Sinner is still favorite to become the first Italian to win the Rome title in 5 decades, ahead of a potential career Grand Slam at the French Open. Ruud rolls into final. Should he get to the final, he will have to get past Ruud, who reached his first title decider since winning in Stockholm in October last year by dismantling Luciano Darderi 6-1, 6-1. Another match interrupted by heavy rain. Ruud, a specialist on clay, dealt with flamboyant Darderi with a minimum of fuss, even with a downpour that forced him to wait nearly 2 hours to restart a match he was already winning easily. The Norwegian hasn't won a single set in any of his 4 matches with Sinner and was destroyed 6-0, 6-1 by him in the last 8 last year in one of the most one-sided matches ever seen at the Foro Italico. "It will be a tough match no matter who it is," said Ruud after his match. "If it's Jannik, it will be another test for me and hopefully I can get some sort of revenge from last time we played." When play was stopped, Ruud was 4-1 up and at advantage in Game 6 of the first set, which he immediately won after the restart on centre court in Rome. Not including the rain interruption, Ruud took little more than an hour to see off Darderi to win a tour-leading 140th match on clay since the start of 2020, in which time he has won more tournaments on the surface than any other ATP player.